HuffPost Live, was designed always to be sort of a two-hander, two things happening at the same time. We wanted to be a clip-generating machine, so we do this live programming and then we take it and we cut it up, and out of our 40 hours a week of live programming, we create over 400 clips. And those clips and the long form have been seen over 1.7 billion times in the 2 years. So that part of the business is going incredibly well. At the same time, we've really built a reputation as a go-to place for people to stop on book tours and television tours and promotional tours. So the level of celebrities and newsmakers that we're getting has really far surpassed even our hopes. Every day we're getting the same people who are going to Jimmy Fallon or who are going to Letterman. So we've become a stop on that tour, and it's going great.
So would you say a lot of consumption is in real time through social media, or more of it is it through on demand, or is it, what's the mix, would you say?
Yeah, I think at the moment the vision that we had going into this was always that the first couple years that the VOD would be the prime method of people seeing it, and that's still the case because we knew that we had these great platforms in AOL and the Huffington Post where there's a lot of eyeballs and a lot of eyeballs that want to watch video. So we're trying to provide as much video to those consumers as possible. So that's the business plan. But now we are growing into people coming for the live part because engagement is so important to what we do. So the number of comments that people leave, the people who join us live, we're over now, I think 24,000 people have joined us as guests, many of them coming in via Skype or Google Hangouts, which has been a real game changer. You don't anymore have to have somebody come into your studio, and you don't have to send a satellite truck out to beam it back. If they have even just a laptop or even their phone, you can join us live. And that's really, for me, been the big game changer.
So Roy, there's this sort of alternative universe of television news or television talk and so on, and we see amazing things from you guys, from Vice, from BuzzFeed, these sort of new networks, I suppose you could say. How do you see the future of video news or video talk, or sort of outside of what had been traditional? It's changing very quickly. How do you see this sort of new world emerging?
Well, the challenging thing is it seems to change every day, but that's also the exciting thing. That makes it the reason why it's fun to get up in the morning and go, what new technology is going to come along? What new platform is going to come along? And that's what we're trying to do. And I think what we're trying to figure out, because I think the answer to your question is we're not sure yet. So what we're doing is we're trying to play in all the arenas. And I think that's the exciting thing, that what we've built. For me, the biggest goal is if we can have one team, and that one team develops the same story, but that story is then presented in 6 seconds, 15 seconds, a minute and a half, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, and then this 8-hour experience. So if you can go from the 6-second Vine experience to the expansive 8-hour experience, to me that's a big win. So that's what we're trying to do. My answer to everything, I want it to be yes. Do people watch what you do on their phone? Yes. Can people have a lean back experience and watch it on their tablet and engage with the content? Yes. Is it perfectly designed for OTT and smart TVs? Yes. So that's really what we've tried to build here, is not one thing. We're not focusing only one thing. We want to have the panoply of options that we want to give our users.
We were in the UK this week. We spoke to the head of video strategy, who thinks that OTT, well, at least in Europe, is going to be massive. A majority of web original is going to be on OTT. I don't know, but tell us, Roy, how you see the trends of consumption through devices. I mean, it's been 2 years, certainly, and now we have the new iPhone 6, the big screen. Give us some ideas about, maybe anecdotes or trends and how people are consuming the show.
Well, that's the game changer. I mean, I think the game changer is two things. One, faster connectivity in more places, and the better screen experience. So I think, as you've seen, there's been studies recently that say that the average video being watched on mobile devices is getting longer. which is great for us because that's the bet that we've made. You know, a lot of people have made the bet on micro, small things, little nuggets, and I think that's fine for certain things. A quick laugh on Vine, yes. You're not going to tell people what they really need to know from a news perspective in 6 seconds, or even 15 seconds, or a minute and a half. You can have all of those. So really, that's what we're trying to do. And I've been very happy to see in a world where people think a minute and a half, oh my God, that's like a miniseries used to be, you know, that's Roots. Well, no, I don't think that that's Roots. And I think people do want longer, and they do deeper. You know, looking at something that I think has had an impact just in the last 3 months, John Oliver's show on HBO. They're now doing really a 15-minute or 16-minute set piece that's taking off on the web every Monday, right? So it goes contrary to the thought that, oh, it's only a snackable little nugget, right? So that's what we're doing. We're not afraid to do deep dives. We're not afraid to do a 20 or a 30-minute segment. And I think that our approach garners both. You can have a deeply satisfying experience, but you can also pick out the snack that people might want to see when they're just standing in line at the supermarket.